This past weekend, Saturday, November 14th, Terrence T. Bud Crawford defeated Kell Brook. He handed Brook his third loss in his professional career. Now, Brook, having been a titleist before, has only lost to Gennady Golovkin, Errol Spence Jr., and now Terrence Crawford. It took Terrence Crawford until the fourth round, until he basically almost knocked him out with a jab. He fought orthodox and southpaw styles. He took about 3 rounds to find his timing and his rhythm and figure Kell Brook out. But once he did in the fourth round, he pretty much annihilated him. Like I said, only the third man to defeat him. He hurt him with the strong right jab. Brook was given the standing 8 count, and then Crawford came in and finished him off immediately after that. But what is more interesting, what that sets the table for, the future of Crawford's career is in question as far as who's his promoter going to be. It's not so much right now Terrence Crawford versus his potential opponents. It's Terrence Crawford versus Bob Arum. Bob Arum, who has been promoting in the boxing business for almost 55 years, he's promoted nearly 2,100 fights, about 2,080 fights, promotions under Bob Arum's belt. And we're talking about his first promotion was Muhammad Ali. His first boxing promotion was a Muhammad Ali promotion. He's promoted, you name them, the who's who of champions: Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, George Foreman, even Mike Tyson, Miguel Cotto, Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Michael Carbajal, Johnny Tapia. You name, the list goes on and on. Thomas Hearns, he's promoted all of them. All of them. This guy has promoted everybody. He's made a star, or helped maintain the star of many a world-renowned champion from the 70s on up through till 2020. From the late 60s up till now, he's been promoting champions. Even Terrence Crawford has got over 20 fights promoting this guy. But now, Bob Arum is saying, hey, I could have built a nice mansion. I could have built a nice mansion in Beverly Hills with the money that I'm losing promoting Terrence Crawford. This is what Bob Arum has said. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, how come Terrence Crawford can't promote himself the same way some of these other fighters do, like a Manny Pacquiao or a Floyd Mayweather and Errol Spence Jr.? Man, that's not his job. Terrence Crawford's job is to get in there and do what he does, which is win fights. Okay? Now your job as a promoter is to promote the fight. It's not like Bob Arum is poor. It's not like he's been promoting all these champions, and didn't make a living off of it. This dude's been doing it for 55 years. He's one of the biggest promoters in the game. At one point, you had like Don King and Bob Arum. You know what I mean? And the fact that this guy's almost 90 years old, I think he's like 88 years old, okay? The fact that this dude is still promoting top caliber, top quality, top rank boxing is one of the top promotions, This guy has been doing this forever, over 50 years. But now he's complaining that a fighter like Terrence Crawford is too hard to promote. Is it time for him to hang up his promotional gloves? When you're saying that, I know Terrence Crawford isn't exactly a household name, but he's well known in boxing circles, and he does have crossover appeal. He just needs crossover exposure. He needs the right opponents, and when you're blowing away all your opponents the way he does, you need someone like Errol Spence Jr. looming on the horizon to create that buzz, So I don't know. I'm no expert, but for Bob Arum to publicly complain about how difficult it is to promote a fighter as well skilled and as accomplished as Terrence Crawford, if you're complaining about how difficult it is to promote a fighter like that, and you're letting it be known how much money you're losing trying to promote this guy, that's not his problem. He goes in there, he trains, he prepares for the fight, he gets in there, he puts his health on the line, and he fights. That's his job. Bob Arum's job is to promote. and to market him and to make him a household name and to give him the opportunities. Bob Arum, you set the plate. Terrence Crawford, he creates, his performance will create the interest. So I don't think it's a good look for Bob Arum to complain about how difficult it is to promote a fighter like that, you know? I don't know if he's reaching the end of his run as a promoter. Terrence Crawford's contract with Top Rank is up in October of 2021. I'm sure he'll want to have another fight between now and then. I mean, Errol Spence Jr. faces a tough challenge in Danny Garcia. That's coming up December 5th. Should he win, you would think they would want to get that fight going on sometime by June, which would be before his contract with Top Rank expires. After he defeated Kell Brook, Terrence Crawford did say he wanted Manny Pacquiao. And I also know that Terrence Crawford isn't willing to take a 60-40 split as Errol Spence has suggested. So I don't know. Who does he fight first? Manny Pacquiao? Or does he fight Errol Spence should Spence get past Garcia? Both guys are promoted by PBC. I mean, you could work that out. You could figure it out. But October 2021 rolls around and Crawford decides he doesn't want to re-sign with Arum. I mean, that could mark the end of Arum and his run, his 54-plus year run. 54 years, going on 55-year run as a top promoter of all the top guys. I mean, you can't be bashing your fighters like that. You can't be bashing your top fighter saying he needs to be a better promoter. You're the promoter. I don't know. I just call it how I see it, and I see that that's not a good look. UNO, keep